In the kingdom, there was no one to teach about money except Arkad. Very often, people used to gather in handsome amount to listen to him, as he was the richest man in Babylon. Arkad asked, what should they discuss about? And later, they came to the conclusion to discuss about being lucky. Arkad asked people to share their experiences about being lucky and unlucky, and were they able to grab those opportunities or miss them. One stood up and asked, how does the luck decide who to favor and who to not? And why the goddess of luck favors the rich one first over others? To which Arkad replied, profits are a result of grabbing opportunities and making efforts and right transactions. If people practiced honest trading, he may usually expect profits. But you should also realize that people who creates the game to test your luckiness, your chances to win in those situations are significantly less, because the one who creates and makes the rules ensure his chances of winning almost every time. Arkad further asked to share their experiences, to share their luckiness and unluckiness. One stood up and shared how a desperate seller wanted to sell his stuff for a low price, but due to his hesitation to buy it, he didn't close the deal. And later, how the same seller got buyers who were willing to buy his stuff for much higher rate than he was offered earlier. Arkad tells how good luck waits to come to the man who accepts opportunities. And it takes a good experience to sense whether the opportunity is worth grabbing or letting it go. Another man stood up and said, each time opportunities flies away because of the same reason, and each time it comes to a procrastinator. So how can we men succeed that way? Arkad said, it's true that luck flies away from procrastination, and by listening to the whispers of procrastination, we become our worst enemy, and no man can meet luck until he crushes procrastination completely. Opportunity comes to all equally. Some grab it, but majority of them hesitate and fall behind. It takes experience and anticipation of success and failure to know how worthy the opportunity is. Good luck attracts by accepting opportunities, and men of actions pleases the goddess of luck. Arkad asked the crowd, will you choose a heavy bag of gold or words of wisdom to generate wealth? To which he instantly got replied, gold. Arkad replied to the people that this is what majority will choose. And just like animals fight for food that they hunt, similarly, people waste the gold they earned and ignore the words of wisdom. Arkad shares a story where he wanted his son Nomasir to prove his worthiness in order to inherit his wealth. He gave him a bag of gold and a clay tablet where words of wisdom were written, and he had to prove his worthiness in next 10 years. After 10 years, Nomasir returned to Arkad and expressed his regret over his failure to meet his father's expectations and how he lost all the gold. Nomasir shared his experiences, how he fell into traps, trusted wrong people, made wrong investments, made foolish spending, encountered cheaters, and many such things. But he did kept faith in those wisdom words written by his father on the tablet. Arkad further decides to share the golden 5 laws of gold with the people, as they were eager to know it. Each of these 5 laws is rich with meaning, and if followed with the state of mind, these words can ensure you great wealth. First law is that putting aside at least 1/10 of your pay, that will eventually become your estate for you and your family. If you can put aside more, faster the wealth will magnify itself. Second law is to treat your gold as an employee and involve your gold as an investment where they multiply itself and in time add more gold to your estate. Third law says that the man should seek advice of men who are wise and expert in handling gold, because gold sticks to the person who is careful and flees away from a careless owner. Fourth law states that gold flees away from the man who invests in the business or purpose with which he is not familiar or haven't mastered the skills required to operate that business effectively. Fifth law is that gold flees away from the man if he falls into someone else's schemes and plans and follows others' advice without his own experiences and knowledge.